Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. The Honorable Rector of Diponegoro University, Professor S.I.P, thank you so much for being here. The presence of Pak Rector here with us this morning reflects the commitment of the top leader of the university to become world-class university. Applause for Pak Rector. I would like to address also our honorable guest, Professor Wijayanto, who has been so far away for hours from Amsterdam to Diponegoro University. Applause for Wijayanto. I've known him from more than a decade. We started to meet in 2012-2025. 13 years that reflects us from a long-lasting relationship, of course. And I would like to also address the chairperson of Institute of Research and Public Service, Professor Suherman, the vice chairperson of Research, Professor Firmansyah, who always comes with lecture, long hair, and dalam bahasa Prancis tanpa pengenalan. The Director of Global Foundation, Prof. Wijayanto, the Honorable Dean of Faculty of Psychology, Professor Diana Salitri, and the Dean of Faculty of Social and Political Science, Dr. Wijayanto, the most viral person in UNDIP in the world, Dr. S.I.P has helped us to make this platform possible. Bujali, who ex-moderator, and Director of Media, who Dr. Nurhasi, and everyone who has been here. Thank you so much for your presence, for coming here this morning. I would like to briefly explain why do we have these platforms? Why do we have this new platform, namely UNDIP Research Talk? The idea is actually very simple. When Prof. Ph.D. explained everything about age index, about Prof. Suherman explained about citation, about communication, what immediately appears in your mind? If you're like me, then maybe what appears in your mind is the lyrics from Coldplay. The song from Coldplay, anyone know? The title, Scientist. You said, nobody said it was easy. Right? Nobody said that it was easy. It's so difficult. Let's face it, let's be honest. It's not easy. It's difficult task. However, the leader of the university already found that the world-class university has been agreed together between the three organs, between the rector, the academic senate, and the board of trustees. And also explicitly mandated in our strategic plan, Renstra, and consistently emphasized by our rector in every address under the tagline noble and valuable. Noble reflects our honor as scholars, our duty to actively contribute to the production of knowledge and participate in global epistemic community. But what does it mean in practice to be world class? Among the key indicators are orientation and citation. Professor Wijayanto has explained about it, but I would like to just briefly highlight one point. It has been declared by Professor Momo. Welcome, Prof. Jamali. will act as one of our speakers. Prof. Prof. Damari is graduate from S.I.P, and he is actually also my personal advisor in terms of fashions. Our Rector has actually said here that our aim is to publish 3,000 papers this year. And the question is it easy or not? Is it an easy task or not? Let's try to calculate together. We have this is the data from PDP, 1900 academics, 1900 lecturers. So actually, if one lecturer publishes 2 papers in 1 year as first author, how many we get? 3,800, right? So actually, it should be very simple now. It should be very easy, right? But if we take a look, we pay attention to this number, in fact, we never reach number more than 2,200. That's our biggest number, 2,200. In average, we only reach 1,900. So actually, the Rector gives me that vision to get 3,000 papers. So I think about it, nights and days, morning and days. I cannot sleep because thinking about it. And I share my worrisome with Prof. Wijayanto, Prof. Herman. They also worry together with me. They say that 3 people afraid when together become 3 people brave, right? And I guess we also have it. But let's continue the math. This is our capacity right now, 1,182, so it's still far. Let's do the next one. Yeah, I asked Prof. Mansha the statistic, how many writers actually included. So this is the statistic. This is because the burden to publish is actually carried out only by around 33 to 37% of lecturers in Borobudur University. It means more than 50% of academics don't write, don't publish. If only we have a bigger number, then maybe the burden will be easier. And that's exactly why we create this platform today. Imagine if every faculty member published at least 2 articles reaching 3,000 would no longer be a challenge. It will be easy. But this will only possible if research becomes part of our academic culture. Culture means more than activity. It is a spirit translated into habits. It means every academic internalize research, writing, and publication as natural part of their professional identity and daily routine. And this is again precisely why UNDIP Research Talk was created. Maybe anyone has read this line from Belcher. You can read there. Writing is to academia what sex was to 19th century Vienna. Everybody does it, but nobody talks about it. The prevalent belief among academics seems to be that writing, like sex, should come naturally and should be performed in quiet privacy. Because of this silence, writing is functioned as common in academia. In this platform, and it will not happen just one time, we will have it regularly. It's like a TED Talk but about research. In this platform, we don't talk about methods or technique, but we talk about what actually we feel, what actually the sounds goes on the writer, the scholar that keeps them writing. I bring with me two books that I carry everywhere when I was a PhD student until I still bring it. The first is a book by Haruki Murakami. Maybe anyone reads the book? Ever read the book? The title is what I talk about when I talk about running. In this book, Murakami asks, what are the mantras that goes in the head of marathon runner? And the mantra is, as you can read there, pain is inevitable, suffering is optional. This is the mantra that running in the head of the marathon runner. But this book is not just about running, but also about writing. In this book, he also shares what's the mantra that keeps the writer keeps on writing. So today, we want to hear from productive scholars like Prof. Jamari, like Prof. Rector, like Prof. Wijayanto, what's the mantra running inside their heads? And I guess it's not because feeling the wife, it's not true. That's not mantra. And we want to know what's the daily routine of productive writers, of productive scholars. This is the daily routine of Haruki Murakami. He wrote, when I'm in the mood of writing, I wake up at 4 a.m. and then I work straight until 50, I suppose. Yes. And then he swims, he runs, and he do exercise. And it repeats every day. So he wants to know actually what's the habits of the productive scholar. He wants to know later maybe Prof. Wijayanto, and he will invite all the scholars in the world, in UNDIP as well, who are very productive to share their stories. And you can also share your stories here in this platform. Another book that I love to carry everywhere when I was a student, I bring it everywhere when I was in Paris, in Leiden, in Amsterdam. This is a book by M.Si. And in this book, the title is A Movable Feast. He also writes about his daily routine, how his daily routine looks like. Yeah, when I'm writing a book, he wakes up in the morning and he went to a cafe in Paris, and there he works until the midday and then walk around Paris. And in this book, Alice Ringley, the Nobel Prize winner, he actually shares that he also worries. Can I write another book? What if I can no longer write? So that's also the things that we want to hear from the scholars, from our productive scholars. What are the struggles they face? What are pernah nggak sih orang-orang ini merasa capek juga gitu, ya kan? Kalau bahasanya sekarang. So we want to hear as well that story because we believe that everyone has ever faced writing blocks in writing, right? So this is really what this platform for. And I believe in the end, like Wijayanto has said, there is no greater agony than carrying an untold story inside you. I believe that every one of us, every single of us, we have deep in our heart the willing to share our stories, right? And that's why we argue. That's why you choose to be a lecturer, you choose to be a scientist and academics. We all have, in the end of the day, we are a scholar. We are a romantic who wants to write, who wants to share our story. But I thought yesterday when I was with Professor in the car from the Rector to visit, he asked me, Wija, you are very busy in your position here, but why you still do research? Why you still write? And I said to him, you know what? It's good to have a driver, to have a car, right? Maybe sleep in a 5-star hotel or eat tasty food. But there's a pleasure that I cannot enjoy, that I can only enjoy by writing, by being a scholar, by sharing notes. That kind of enjoyment, that kind of pleasure I can find from the taste of food, from being in a fancy car, in a fancy, sleeping in a fancy hotel. Ada satu kenikmatan yang hanya kita bisa dapatkan dari menulis menurut saya, dari publikasi, dari berpikir dan mencoba untuk berkontribusi untuk dunia. Dan itu kenikmatan yang didapatkan dari aktivitas yang lain apapun. You know the hierarchy of this Abraham Maslow, right? And I believe that every one of us, Pak Rector, you know, when he published his writing in Suara Merdeka, he's very happy. Wow, I still can write. So I guess this kind of pleasure that we always miss, and because deep inside we are scholar, we are writer. And I also imagine like the writer Jose Luis Borges, I've also imagined that paradise will be a kind of library. For me, I've also imagined that paradise will be a platform like this, where we can share our writing, we can share our motivation, our worrisome about writing, about being a scholar. And for me, I am now here in paradise. I guess applause for all of us to be all here in paradise. And last but not least, I would like to emphasize that, like Pak Rector has always said, that by writing, we are determined to be world-class university, to be part of global epistemic community that carry out the reproduction of knowledge for the future of humanity. So it's just not for knowledge, but also for social change, for the future of humanity. Because by the research, we expect to create a better world. And that's the mantra that I will believe, that Pak Rector believes, that this university believes. So with that, I will end my speech. Thank you so much for listening. Hopefully, this platform will go on and on and on, so we can motivate each other and we can remember our mantra to be part of global epistemic community for the future of humanity. Thank you so much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.